Okay, Robbie, it's a 4-2 loss against Lisburn Distillery here at Crystal Park in the Premier Intermediate League. In a game where we clearly demonstrated our strengths and how we can execute our game plan, was failing to execute it over 90 minutes our downfall today?
Yes, in one word. Started the game very well. I think it's the first time since when we would have played Lisburn Distillery in the cup game. I think it was my second game. We actually led in the game. So it's been a long time. And I think that would be a very fair assumption of the game, that we carried out our game plan in parts, and probably the parts when we've turned off, we've been punished by some good finishes on their behalf.
Lisburn Distillery had won 3 out of their last 5 going into today's game. Can you share what your expectations were going into the game and your thought process in setting out today's team?
Like, we always want to win. I always want to win every game, so I'll always set up to win every game. I'll try with the coaching team. I'll try and get the game plan right for that. In selection of the team, I think it's actually been the first time I've been able to name the same starting 11 this season. It was just a couple of little adjustments with Matty dropping into a deeper role and having Eaton supposed to play in the 10. But as far as I can remember, I think that's the first time that I've named the same starting 11.
We got off to a flying start in the first half. In the first 5 minutes, we managed to work the ball up the pitch at speed and into Ethan Souza, who played a beautifully cushioned ball into Ibuka Kwele, who finished with real composure. Unfortunately, we couldn't build on our start, conceding 3 times in the first half. What did you make of the first half?
Yeah, great start. Like you said, for the goal, great build-up play from the boys. It's something we've been working on the last few weeks, and it was nice to see it come out. Eaton's supposed to playing in the 10. He just has that kind of ability where he can get on, he can pick out a pass. It's a great run by Buka, and it's a great finish. I think, if I'm honest with you, the players on the pitch didn't know how to react about going ahead. And I think, and that's no criticism of them. It's just unfortunately, we just haven't been in that position enough this year. We probably set off a little too much. Again, just down to probably a little bit of naivety, a little bit of, we don't want to get caught out straight away. But in that, conceding the first goal, then it goes 2-1. You're kind of like, right, if we can get the half time at 2-1, we were still making a couple of chances. We were getting little bits here and there. And then I think they've scored their third goal in the 44th minute. And it's a tough time to concede a goal. But, we went in and we just kind of said, right, what can we do? And go back out on the pitch. And it was a positive reaction in the second half from the boys. But we probably conceded, I think it was 4 minutes then into the second half. And that kind of killed it down a little bit.
Despite a slow start to our second half as well, we built into the game, imposing ourselves in the final 30 minutes and scored in the process. What did you think of the way we came back into the game, and what can we take from today's game overall?
Yeah, character. What the guys done there, they showed great character, great heart. Like, a lot of people, anyone will tell you that's a football person. It's tough when you turn up and you're playing games like this, or you're having the season we have, and we go out and it's defeat after defeat after defeat. But these guys turn up, they play all the time, give their hearts the whole time. We'll never make excuses for one another, always encouraging each other, and then it's just about trying to build on that now. Positives going forward, if we can just eliminate individual errors, and it's not just for goals or things. For me, there's individual errors in the press, probably went the pass, delaying of pass, stuff like that. It's just about sharpening up on them, getting rid of little bits of that, getting a little bit more cuter on the ball, a little bit more positive, and we can definitely get another positive result before the end of the season, definitely.
There were a number of strong performances today from Rory O'Connor, Sean McCall, Piotr Slavinsky made a few great saves, but Matthew McLaughlin's performance stands out. Matty was very effective on the ball, regularly turning into space and moving the ball on successfully, and of course he was man of the match today as well. What did you think of Matty's performance today?
I thought Matty was great. I thought it's for a player that you want to get on the ball. He's constantly scanning. From watching him, he's probably two steps ahead of what he's going to do next. He already knows what he's going to do next, where he's going to go next before he gets on the ball. He's a huge talent. He's so much that he can grow into. To be able to do that at such a young age, to read the game like that and be positive on the ball. Some players will get on the ball and they'll turn into a good position, but don't actually drive with it. Matty just loves getting on the ball, turning, driving with the ball, knows when to pass, knows when to move, receive. Excellent performance all around from Matty. He was just he was top drawer today.
The final question for me, building into next week's big game at the R Kings Competition Stadium where we take on Portstewart. Any thoughts leading into that game?
Just we'll go analyse the game. We'll go over Tuesday, come up with a game plan for on a Thursday, and then we'll go into Saturday again. If we can just bring how we played today, the heart and desire, moving the ball forward with a good purpose, and just eliminate a couple of the individual errors that we made today, we can definitely go and give ourselves a good account in the game.
Thanks, Robbie. We will see you next week at Portstewart.
Cheers, mate.